Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always excited to dig into some new research.
Well, today we're tackling a creature that might not seem like the most exciting at first glance.
Oh, I think you might be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's got a lot going on beneath the surface.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Lay it on me. What are we diving into today?
The common shrew.
The common shrew. All right, so not exactly lions and tigers and bears, right?
Nope. Much smaller. Way smaller, in fact.
Well, how small are we talking? Like squirrel small, rabbit small?
Think more like, smaller than your thumb.
Wow, really?
Yeah, 5 to 8 centimeters long, plus a tail, and they weigh less than a AA battery.
Seriously, that's tiny. I mean, how does something that small even survive in the wild?
Right, you'd think they'd get squashed by the first leaf that falls on them, but these little guys, they're tough. They're survivors.
So what's their secret? How do they manage to not only survive, but like actually thrive?
Well, one of the biggest things is their metabolism. It's absolutely insane.
Okay, how insane are we talking here?
Think heart rates exceeding 800 beats per minute.
Whoa, that's like hummingbird territory.
Exactly. They're basically like tiny, furry furnaces burning energy 20/47.
So with all that energy burning, I'm guessing they need a lot of fuel, right?
You got it. They need to eat their body weight, or even more, every single day, just to stay alive.
Every day. What are they eating to keep up with that kind of demand?
Insects, worms, any little invertebrates they can get their tiny paws on, they are constantly on the hunt.
That's incredible. I mean, if I had to eat that much, I'd never leave the kitchen. So where are these shrews finding all this food?
Surprisingly, you can find them all over Europe and Asia. They're adaptable little creatures living in everything from forests to meadows.
So we're talking about a global tiny powerhouse here.
Pretty much. And they're not shy about getting around. They're always moving, always searching, darting through undergrowth, sniffing out their next meal.
That's kind of awesome. I picture them like little ninjas zipping around.
Right? They use their senses of smell and touch to navigate and hunt super effectively.
So they're solitary hunters, these shrews. Do they ever, like, hang out with each other?
Not so much. They're mainly solitary animals, only really coming together to breed. They do communicate, though.
How do they do that? Tiny shouts.
Sort of. They use high-pitched squeaks and scent markings to get their messages across.
So like a squeak and sniff social network.
You could say that, but yeah, they're not exactly the social butterflies of the animal kingdom.
It sounds kind of lonely. But I guess when you have a metabolism that fast, you don't have a lot of time for chit-chat.
That's true. It's all about survival for these guys. They have multiple litters a year, but a lifespan of only 1 to 2 years.
Wow, that's a short life. They really are living life in the fast lane.
Definitely. It's a constant cycle of reproduction and, of course, eating. That incredible appetite actually plays a crucial role in the ecosystem.
Oh, how so?
Think of them as natural pest control. They're constantly gobbling up insects, which helps keep populations in check.
So they're like tiny furry guardians of our gardens.
You could say that. And their impact goes beyond pest control. All that digging and burrowing they do to find food also aerates the soil, which is great for plant growth.
Wow, I never thought about that. So these tiny shrews, they're not just surviving, they're actually helping the whole environment thrive.
Absolutely. It really shows you how interconnected everything is in nature, how even the smallest creatures can play a vital role.
So next time I see a hole in my garden, I'm going to think of it as a sign of a hardworking shrew doing its part.
I love that. It's a good reminder that there's a whole world bustling beneath our feet, full of creatures we might not even notice, but who are essential to the balance of nature.
Well said. And on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into the fascinating world of the common shrew. I definitely learned a lot today, and I hope our listeners did too.
Me too. It's amazing what you can discover when you take a closer look at even the seemingly ordinary creatures around us.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.
Until next time.